Welcome to episode 6 of Cook It and Book It podcast presented by Ballislife. My name is Sara Jane and this is my co-host Looch. What's going on? Happy Friday.
Good morning. Happy Friday. 1st of March. New clean
It
slate.
is the 1st of March.
You know what my favorite thing to do is when you open your betting apps and like everything that you have tracked and it's a clean month where you're like, okay, let's forget about what happened last month. We have a new month and now it's time to lock in, win some money. Nice, fresh, clean slate.
Clean slate, right?
Love it.
Well, I kind of feel the opposite. I was looking at one of my apps the other day and I was up 20 units for NBA in February, but I looked at January, December, and I was like, oof.
Yeah, you're like, new month.
Well, leap year, leap day gone.
It was good to you.
It was good to me.
Yeah.
Good month. Clean slate, fam.
Nice.
Got this.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's gonna be a good month. I can feel it. So what's going on? How you been this week?
Been good, honestly. Busy. We've been winning as a community in Discord. We've been winning. It's been a good month. Everybody's happy. I was supposed to go to the game the other day. I was supposed to go to a hockey game the other day. Unfortunately, illness didn't allow it happening. But going to be going to a game next week. Should be fun.
Sounds good to me. That's the best way to go. You make your bets and
I know, sweat it out live. Even if it's like throwing like an extra $10 on like who's gonna score or like it's our first basket. Those are always the fun. When you're in person, when you lose, it's not as bad. Fun. It's not. You can. It softens the blow a little bit. You're like, it's okay. Just grab a popcorn or something. It'll make up for it or something.
Well, the other day, I don't know if I told you, I went to the New York Knicks game at Madison Square Garden. They were playing the Pelicans. I did the whole thing. I got my jersey. Full disclosure, I am not a Knicks fan.
Yeah, that jersey gets tucked in the back of the closet and never gets seen again.
Well, I said, I'm riding Knicks plus 4.5. I didn't know Jalen Brunson was going to be out. So I get there. It's pouring out. I'm trying to make my bets. I'm getting there. My sister's like, we got to get some fried chicken. I said, we got to wait. Hold on. I got to make these bets. It's so hard explaining to people.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing? You're like, I just want chicken.
She wanted food. I'm like, I got to make my bets. So anyway, in a nutshell, the Knicks lost a 4.5 spread. I was very, very sad.
Yeah.
I was very sad, but I caught it on camera. But one thing I did get, Luch, I hit all of my props. And Dante DiVincenzo.
Oh, yes.
He had like 18 attempted 3-pointers, and I had it at over 3.5.
I know. He went crazy.
He went crazy. That man went crazy.
That's good, though. As long as you enjoyed the game, that's great.
Yeah. It was great. It's really fun to bet in person. So.
Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun.
But moving on, we have a couple of topics today, just for a couple minutes. So we're going to get into some NBA bets, some NHL bets. And that's really going to be it today. But a couple of headlines here. Caitlin Clark for the Iowa Hawkeyes. She officially declared for the 2024 WNBA Draft. The day before, NBA PR announced that the draft is going to be moved to Brooklyn and 1,000 fans will be attending. Yeah. So with her being 18 points away from Pete Maravich's all-time scoring record, they have one last home game against Ohio State, and this is kind of it for her.
Yeah, and honestly, she's probably going to hit it in the first half, like, because how could they not give her the ball like on a day like this to beat it at home, sold out crowd? Just declared, like, it's honestly, it's a storybook ending.
It's a storybook ending. I mean, what more can she do at the NCAA level?
Nothing.
Besides win a championship.
Besides win it, but like, so to win a championship, obviously, like you were mentioning before, that she is so dominant on her team. Like, unless everybody is on her team playing lights out, it's definitely going to be hard. But
it is.
But what an ending to a college career, and
unbelievable.
And now obviously taking her talents to the WNBA.
Yeah. And you know what? I know we'll talk about this further down the line, but the Indiana Fever, they have that projected #1 pick. It looks like she is a lock, but you know what, Luch? It's the Caitlin Clark effect is real. I mean, the Indiana Fever, they have the lowest attendance in the WNBA at like a little bit over 4,000.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will bring a lot of light and shine to women's basketball in the WNBA.
So. Yeah. Especially when she breaks the record. Like, I noticed that when she's breaking these records, it's getting media attention everywhere.
100%.
ESPN is all over it. So like you would think that with a global superstar like this, like it should bring crazy attendance numbers.
I mean, she's got that loyal following. I mean, they filled that football stadium for her. And
they honestly, it's the crowd was insane.
Yeah.
Like
crazy.
They're
the lines.
Yeah, they're you know what?
It's electric.
The state, like they have now Caitlin Clark on one side, Halliburton on the other side.
Yeah.
Colts have a quarterback on like big
what is it
star
called?
quarterback.
Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
That's gonna have a lot of talent there.
They're gonna have a lot of talent.
A lot of talent.
They're on the up. The stock is up.
Yep.
So I love that. Love that.
So, like you said, she hit the first 15 points against Minnesota. So on March 3rd, we're definitely going to be anxiously waiting that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up next, LeBron James made some headlines last night. Got a thrilling win. I did bet on the Lakers money line against the Washington Wizards. Shouldn't have been that close, but overtime win. He is 9 points away from reaching 40,000 career points.
Insane.
So,
insane. It's just insane. I still, honestly, even against the Clippers, like I had the Clippers that game too. Yeah, that was he just like it was just vintage LeBron. He's 19 in the fourth quarter. Like it's
we'll talk about that game in a minute. But
yeah. LeBron 40K. You know, obviously, you know you can argue the GOAT 1A 1B whoever it is, but what he's doing, especially at his age, it just.
He's still doing it. And we got a little pick for you for LeBron up here.
Oh, yeah.
Just to show his little... there we
There's
go.
LeBron. He's
he's 9 points away. So with that said, I just wanted to... did you end up betting on anything for LeBron in this 40,000 point or...
You know what? I saw a lot of the lines. I ended up missing all the bets on that, but I saw like there was options like how he's going to hit it. Like a 2-pointer, 3-pointer, dunk, layup, whatever the case may be, and which game. And I thought about the game, like this was like a couple weeks ago, and I figured, you know, he scores whatever, 20-something points a game. He should hit it versus the Nuggets, and here we go. Like I should have, honestly, I missed it. I missed the train there. I did.
Well, I think the best value I got here, he's projected to hit it against the Nuggets, and at the time it was minus 300, which is not great value there.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So I took how he's going to score it.
Yeah. What did you do?
I did a 2-point field goal.
Nice.
At minus 160 for 1 unit.
That's pretty good. Honestly, I'm probably going to do the same if the odds are still the same.
The Lions are probably going to move. I'd get on that.
Yeah, they probably are because it's probably just going to be a vintage LeBron, get to the rim.
Yeah, just get into the rim, attacking inside, posting up something.
Yeah, he's been shooting well for 3, but I think he's just gonna go just throw it back vintage dunk. Yeah. A dunk would be electric. I hope he dunks it for his 40,000 points.
Me too. That'd be amazing. That would be amazing.
Sweet. But so you do have 160 minus 160 for a unit, right?
Yep, for a unit.
Love it.
So some pretty big headlines there. We'll touch on that in a bit. Last night it was a finals NBA rematch between the Heat and the Nuggets.
Yes.
What a crazy game, Luch. What
my gosh.
Roller coaster of emotions. I picked the under, which hit, and I picked Miami to cover by 4.5.
Yes.
And in the last final seconds of the game, the Heat lose the ball and the Nuggets get 2 free throw attempts.
Isn't that always what happens? Where you're like, oh,
so they ended up
not covering. I know. Oh my God.
103-97.
That game was a roller coaster.
It was heartbreaking.
I checked the score in the first quarter. It was like 19-5. I was like, oh boy. Like,
I even tweeted and I deleted it. I said, nope, this is lopsided.
They were getting smoked. Second quarter come back. Third quarter they were down, and then fourth quarter obviously. Yeah. Imagine. I know you were at the Knicks game, but imagine being at a game like that with money on the line. Oh my God! You think okay?
It's the kind of games you live for, you know.
Time for a beer. Then it's like okay, come back to my seat. It was one of those games, but what an ending.
You know the Heat can hang. I'll talk about that in a little bit of my segment later, but they can hang in.
Yeah, I remember.
So we hit the under.
Beautiful.
All right, what's next? I did another thing I bet on last night was Victor Wembanyama had a crazy night last night. Had over his blocks. He ended up with 5 blocks against Oklahoma City Thunder. Spurs actually beat them 132-118. He was blocking. I don't know if you saw the highlights of this game.
I did.
But he was blocking Chet Holmgren. He was hitting threes. He was posting up. I mean, he's the real deal, man.
He's a real deal. And honestly, I know we were talking about rookie of the year. Like it was essentially a lock, but I think this was like the nail on the coffin. Like 2 the best rookies head to head. They won, which you know they haven't been great this year. He can only do so much, right? Like
yeah.
But my God, just such a freak of
So
nature.
good.
Like I saw that he was in top 3 voting for defensive player of the year in his first year. He's locked in rookie of the year. He's improving. His minutes are going up slowly, and they're doing it smart. I saw a lot of people talking, saying, just let him play 35 plus. But it's like, for his development, honestly, I think they're doing it right.
It's good. And Popovich is the best coach to do that. And
it's just perfect.
It's perfect.
You don't want to.
So those are a couple of headlines.
Yeah,
from last night.
Yeah, I love it. I love how they're treating him. They're not going to overdo it with him, and he's gonna be a star. If he's not already a star, he's gonna be even more of a star.
Well, I wanted to bring that up because his blocks have kind of been a lock for me, or his steals and blocks.
Yeah.
So the 3 last night was kind of a free, a little bit of a free hit last night, and he ended up with 5. So that was a nice cash out.
Beautiful.
So let's head into the NHL hockey.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of smaller slate today. I think a little bit bigger of a weekend slate, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So smaller one tonight. But there's still 3 games. Pretty good games, honestly. There's the weekend slate is a lot of rivalry games, which is nice. But
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
I love it. Honestly, Saturday night. When they have the big dogs playing, like we have the Rangers and the Leafs, that's a fantastic game. Panthers and Red Wings, Nashville and Colorado, Vegas is playing, like Montreal, Tampa Bay, like just games like that. Like that gets your Saturday going. That gets your Saturday
absolutely
going. I love that. But I'm gonna
real quick before you continue. I have to give you credit, Looch, and anybody that's listening, and I'm being serious. Tail this man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm not just saying, I'm gassing you up because you win me money.
It's nice to have somebody gas you up a little bit. You know what's the crowd that's always like, I could win. Like, it's true story. I think that's why I loved February. In the middle of February, I won. It was 9 straight bets. I was like, oh my, you know when you like feel confident, you're going into the slate, you got that
and
swagger. You're like, oh yeah, I'm hitting today. And then I think I lost 3 in a row. And then 2 people in Discord put the laughing emoji and like, haha. I'm like, God damn it. It's nice to have a hype person once in a while. Cause like, you lose a couple and they're like, haha, you lost. I'm like, God, did you just forget about like 2 days ago? Like, is this just not real anymore? Like, does it not exist? But I appreciate that, honestly.
Listen, you won me a lot of money. I think I had, what was his name? Nathan McKinnon.
Yes.
To be an anytime goal scorer against.
Last night.
He scored last night. It wasn't in the first period,
it was
but
2 minutes left. It's crazy. He came.
It was in the last 2 minutes.
He came through. Last night. Like a quick overview. I did get bailed in a little bit because he scored with 2 minutes left. The guy on Carolina, his name is Seth Jarvis.
I tailed you on that.
15 seconds left in the game.
Was that what it was?
They pulled the goalie. They scored, so I figured, okay, it's over.
Yeah.
Then they Columbus scored again, so they had to re-pull the goalie to try to tie it up, and then he scored. I was like, oh my God, you know what? Sometimes you gotta get. It's better to be lucky than good.
Sometimes it's the way the cookie crumbles in sports, and you get lucky and you celebrate.
Yeah. Sometimes I've been on the other end.
I got that at minus 130 on DraftKings.
Yeah, I've been on the other end of stuff like that, where it's like you have minus 1.5 or plus 1.5, and a team scores with 2 seconds left, and you're like, oh my God, this is just misery. But
I want to thank you for that. Brett Burns.
Yes, he hit last night.
All the props.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Was solid. Could have been better, but it was green. End February, green. That's all we care about.
We're green. That's all we care about. So we're gonna switch gears here. I would love to hear your favorite props, your picks for today, this weekend. Tell the people what they want to hear when it comes to the slap shots.
Absolutely. So we are gonna start off. I have 3 picks today. I'm gonna introduce a little hot take today. It is steamy, so prepare yourself. It's a sauna steaming hot take. Okay, it is. It's really hot, but I have a reasoning for it. It's not super outlandish, but I'm going to start off with my first pick. His name is Frank Vetrano. He's on the Anaheim Ducks, for those that don't know. If you guys do join the Discord, all the picks that we have here, I usually put team names beside it so then you can associate it. Makes everybody's life easier.
Love that. When you're going. Thank you.
Yeah, when you're going, because, I don't know every NBA player in the world. I don't know everybody, so we put the teams beside it.
That's a really smart thing.
Yeah,
Luke. Thank you for that.
This way people just know, it's easy to tail. Yeah. But I have Frank Vetrano on the Anaheim Ducks. He is a right winger. He is a goal scorer. He shoots the puck a lot. So we got great value today. His shot line is 2.5. It's minus 130. He's hit this line in 7 of his last 10 games. He is a shooter, so his shot attempts are much higher than the average player. So when I look for shots, if somebody's shot line is 3, I usually look for double the amount of shot attempts. Just as a rule of thumb, because if you only shoot 4 times a game on net and 3 hit the net, you hit the net pretty often. But in hockey, there's a lot of block shots. You can miss the net, a lot of stuff like that. So he meets all my criteria. His shot attempts are through the roof. He's trending very well. I know he's a shooter. He plays on the top line, top power play line. He's great with volume. So Frank Vetrano over 2.5 shots is my first bet of the day.
I'm tailing you on all of this.
I like this. I'm really confident with this.
Let's make some money today, Looch.
I'm feeling confident in this. The matchup is good for him. Everything, it checks every box. Just like Brett Burns last night, it was almost like a perfect harmony of things.
It was perfect. And he went way over, didn't he?
Yeah, he smoked it. Yeah. He actually got stat corrected. He was at 5, then it went down to 3, and I was sweating. I was like, uh-oh. Wait,
what?
Yeah, I
hate when that happens.
Yeah, it was every time. I have 4 boxes, and usually every night 3 of 4 boxes are ticked. You can't be perfect because or else minus 130, or else it would be minus 200. But Brett Burns checked all my boxes. Frank Vetrano checks all of my boxes. So I have him first. Secondly, his name is Dylan Strome. He's on the Washington Capitals. I've gone to him multiple times. I don't know why his line's so low. I feel like they're just disrespecting the man. They gotta,
disrespect the man.
Yeah, he is. He's a quality player. He plays on a top line. He plays with Ovechkin. He plays on the top power play unit. They play Philly. So Philadelphia lost their starting goalie essentially for the season. It was a legal issue. I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But they have their backup and their third string goalie for the rest of the season that they're riding with. So Washington's at home. I do have Washington to win tonight, but instead of going for Washington to win, I have Dylan Strome to get us a point. He's trending very well. He plays a lot better on home ice, which they're here tonight. If he was away, I probably would have faded it a little bit, but he plays well on home ice. All he needs to get us is a point. Very simple. Your job is easy, Dylan. Get on the ice. We don't need to go.
Most simple things that you're like, ooh. Yeah. But we just need that 1 point.
We just need one. I've been going to the points a little bit more recently because there's been, believe it or not, I saw a trend over the last 10 games that a lot of NHL overs have been hitting. So there's been a lot more goals. The NBA has been the opposite.
NBA's been the unders.
Yeah.
Since the All-Star break, it's been unders galore.
NBA has been the unders. I saw it was 10 and 28 or something for the unders. It's been crazy. I just saw right here, 72% of the games have hit the over. So there's been a lot of scoring in the NHL, which, obviously that's great for me. But Dylan Strome, like I said, especially versus Philly, in his last, especially this season, he's gotten his last game, he got 2 points versus them. He's lit them up in his career. He hit 67% versus them. Love it. So I have Dylan Strome to get us a point tonight. Now, hold on to your chair, everyone.
Oh boy.
Relax. This is
this a hot take? I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I'm going half a unit on this. We're not gonna go too crazy.
No, you didn't.
Half a unit. Yeah, half a unit on this. And I'll tell you why. So the Anaheim Ducks play the New Jersey Devils. Yes, New Jersey Devils are a good team. I know this. Now, with the Anaheim Ducks at home, listen, they're not a great home team. They're not a fantastic team in general. But earlier this year, what happens when I've noticed, especially in hockey, when a lot of the top teams, the top tier teams, play a lot of the bottom tier teams, usually in the first period unders have been really good because what I think happens is that, they're taking it lightly, they're going to beat them, whatever. And then in the third period, you notice that the better teams are sneaking ahead and winning. It's usually what happened. It's I used to play a lot of sports. When we played the bad teams, we're kind of like, whatever. And then eventually you're like, oh, damn, we're losing. So let's turn it up a little bit. Believe it or not, the Ducks smoked them at the beginning of the season, 5-1. Smoked them. New Jersey was half asleep.
Oh, I remember that.
It was in New Jersey.
Yep.
So in New Jersey, it was 5-1. Anaheim Ducks took it to them before New Jersey had an on slaughter in the third period. The goalie stood on his head and they won. So the Ducks tonight, they just played last night. They have their better goalie in net tonight, which I like. They scored 6 last night. Their offense is clicking. They just traded a defenseman yesterday, but their offense is clicking for a team that is, not great. Offense is clicking. New Jersey is missing their starting goalie. So they have a goalie named Nico Dawes. They're running him to the ground. He's allowing a lot of goals. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game today. Lock it in. The Anaheim Ducks are going to win in overtime or in regulation 5-4. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Half a unit, the Anaheim Ducks. Hot take of the day. Sizzling take. Now, don't come after me if it's
that is sizzling.
But it's hot.
It's almost as sizzling as my hot take.
It's sizzling, but I have the Ducks to win tonight. Definitely not a popular opinion, but we're going to ride with Vegas tonight.
All right.
Vegas is going to steal everybody's coin, and it's coming to me. I'm taking it. There's my steaming hot take for the night.
That is pretty steaming. I'm not going to lie. I like that. I'll put a half a unit on that.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a half a unit. Let's start off March with let's start off March with a bang.
With a bang.
Why not? So those are my picks for today.
Love it.
Small slate, so we got just 3 plays for today. But now let's show the people. We're gonna go to the NBA. What do we have?
I'm deciding whether I want to start with my hot take because that's gonna take a lot of energy. So let me just build up to that.
Yeah, hot take's
because
gotta be at the end.
It's actually a legitimate take that I have.
Yeah, I want to see the hot take at the end. I want anticipation. I want to wait here and I want to sweat this one out with you. I'm doing yours half a unit. We're doing it.
All right. Well, okay. Y'all know I am a Celtics fan. Okay. And I try not to be biased when I bet on sports. It's just something I bet with my head, not my heart.
Yes.
My number one advice I can give anybody. Don't bet with your heart. You're going to lose. You're going to lose a lot of coin and then you're going to cry and it's going to be a terrible experience.
You're going to come crying to us.
So last night, listen, this is all contingent on Luka Doncic playing.
Okay. Got it.
I mean, if he doesn't play, I really don't think this is going to hit.
Okay, that's
so
fair.
I had Dallas Mavericks, and I grabbed this line last night plus 9.5 or minus 110 on FanDuel. That was the best odds right now. I believe it's 210.
Okay.
Right now, so the line doesn't move much.
Okay.
Right now. So I didn't want to touch the over or the under because I really didn't know. I mean, Luka's such a main staple on this team.
Yeah.
Did you see what he did on his 30th birthday?
He did. Against my Raptors. Yes, I was not. He was. I was supposed to go to that game too. I swear.
Really?
Yeah, I did it. This week it just didn't work out. I was supposed to go to the Vegas Golden Knights game, that game, or the Coyotes game. I had to cancel it all. But yes, he absolutely embarrassed my Raptors on his birthday.
He had a 30-point triple-double on his birthday.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
16 assists, 11 rebounds. Insane. The guy's only 25 years old.
Yeah, insane.
But however, he does have a sprained ankle. He's scored 25 points in 9 straight games.
Yes.
So I'm like, all right. I like Dallas to cover this game.
I like it too.
A lot of people will say, okay, well, the Celtics have a healthy starting 5. They're at home where they only have 3 losses.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it to put money in the coin in the money line. It's just going to be too much of a risk for them.
Yeah, too juicy.
Too much juice. It's too juiced up.
Yeah.
So when I originally looked at it, it was Celtics minus 420 in the money line, and I just don't like that. But I think the spread, if Luka plays, it's just too high.
It is.
9.5 points or 10 points is just too much in the NBA. This is a spread where you would see maybe, the Pistons or the Cavaliers or,
Wizards
the Wizards.
Like yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I expect this line to move a little bit contingent on Luka and if he plays or whatnot. So it's huge underdogs here. The Mavericks aren't a bad team.
Yeah, they're a good team.
They're not a bad team. And I really think they could be a sneaky option here in the West. And contrary to what a lot of people think, they're great offensively. But what's changed since the trade deadline has been their defense.
Yes.
Getting Daniel Gafford, getting PJ Washington, a healthy Kyrie Irving, a healthy Luka.
Yeah.
I think 100% can cover against the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
And when they moved, in the trade deadline and made those picks, I think, I think the last 10 games, their defense is top 3, which is uncharacteristic for Dallas.
Yeah.
Because they were the joke of the league that they couldn't play defense.
I know. Gafford was a sneaky little pickup for them.
He always had the 2 blocks.
Yeah, do you remember that? I think we tailed it like, I don't know how many games in a row. Gafford 2 blocks, until Vegas finally figured out, oh, let's move his line to 2.5.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, damn. Okay, they got us.
But one reason why I love this spread is that Dallas is 18-10-0 against the spread on the road. So they're going to be in the road. They're going to the Boston Garden. They're 37-27 against the spread in the season.
That's fantastic.
And they are 8-2 in the last 10. And they've covered the spread in 8-2 in the last 10.
Wow.
So I love that stat.
That's incredible.
And I mean, all the stats, all the way they've been playing. Kyrie's been cooking up. I just cannot leave the points here for Boston. I know Boston is an incredible team.
Yeah, best in the league for sure.
But let's be honest, Boston hasn't been great against the spread. They're 5-4-1 against the spread in their last 10. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think they're going to take 9.5, 10 points from Dallas.
Yeah, I still think, like you said, I still think they win, but just within 10 points. I agree with that wholeheartedly. If Luka plays, that's such incredible value.
It's such a solid bet, and because of the line.
Yeah, so good.
I mean, if you look at Dallas Mavericks, and I'm seeing who they've covered, they covered Cleveland +4. They're no slouch. They're second in the East.
Yeah.
They covered against, obviously, Toronto, 2 second consecutive spreads.
Yep.
They covered the 11.5 against San Antonio, Knicks -6, Oklahoma City Thunder +1.5.
Yeah.
The only spread they didn't cover was -12 against Washington.
Which, yeah, but it's a large spread too, so that's that makes sense.
Yeah. So we have 2 great offensive teams, right? Yeah. We have Boston, who's obviously number 1 in offense, and we have Dallas, who's number 6. Yeah. I think number 5 or number 6.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a Dallas team that went from 21st defensively to 3rd in the month of February in the last 10 games. So
crazy. It's good. I love it. I love that. Great. Yeah. Honestly, you sold me. I'm in.
Let me tell you more.
Okay.
I was looking at their stats in the last 10 games, Looch.
Yeah.
And I've gotten on here and I said, man, the Mavericks are a great offensive team, but I will preach this again. People are like, I literally saw on Twitter last night, they're like, the Mavericks don't play defense.
And you're like, but
I'm like, they're 3rd in defensive efficiency in the last 10 games.
Yeah. Which is uncharacteristic, but it's incredible. It is.
But over the last 10 games, I think they're both averaging, if you look it up, 122 points each.
Wow.
Solid.
The
Mavericks are a top 3-point shooting team in the last 10 games. And I believe they've been shooting close to 50% from the floor in the last 10 games.
Incredible.
Their I can't talk today. Sorry. Their defensive rebounding has improved. They're the number 1 team over the last 10 games.
Nice.
Their rebounding has improved overall. Just everything has improved. That's why I didn't understand why this line is 9.5 or 10.
That's huge. Yeah, that's a massive. Like you were just saying, the Mavs didn't cover 11.5 over the Wizards. Like it's almost like a Wizards line, like you said. Like
that's what I said. Yeah.
Incredible.
But even with Luka out, I just think that line is way too high. Like I said, top team in rebounding, moved up defensively, field goal percentage.
Yeah, love it.
I'm taking it.
Love it. I'm taking it too.
I love that.
I love it.
And both teams are coming off some rest, so that's why I really like that pick.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
So my next one might be a little controversial. I do have the Milwaukee Bucks -4 tonight. I got it at -110 on FanDuel. It is a late night game tonight. Ooh. They are playing the Chicago Bulls, who have been, a little bit better than what they played in the past.
Yeah.
But it's been a little bit of a tumultuous season for the Milwaukee Bucks. Mm. I think they've had some issues chemistry-wise. Damian Lillard said he's bored over there in Milwaukee. He says all he does is work out and go
he goes home,
play basketball and come home.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I think with the with Milwaukee, they're not great at covering the spread this season. If you didn't know,
what's their record this year?
I believe they're 24, 31, and 34-1, which is not great.
Yeah.
All right. They're coming off a back-to-back. Hear me out.
Yep.
They're coming off a back-to-back. And their last 2 games against Chicago have actually gone into overtime.
Oh, wow.
If you can believe it or not, which is kind of crazy to me.
That is kind of, both times is crazy. Yeah, that's very unlikely. Yeah.
But, I like what Milwaukee is doing. I know people will say, oh, well, they played Charlotte, but they're on a little bit of a winning streak. They won 4 straight. Minnesota, they beat Minnesota, Philadelphia, and the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
But they've been covering spreads. They've been covering big spreads. I'm talking like 11.5, 13.5, 4.5. They covered against Minnesota. And, as much as I love Chicago and what they've been doing, they're 5-5 in their last 10.
Yep.
I just think that the Bucks are starting to gel a little bit more.
Yeah, it'll come with time for sure. Yeah.
It will come a time, like I said, they're on the road. But the one thing that sticks out to me, Looch, again, is defense. A lot of things that people don't preach in this league.
That's true. Everybody wants to see the fireworks on offense, but
but much
play defense,
Dallas, they're a top 3 defensive team in the last 10 games.
Yeah. And
Milwaukee is not a good defensive team.
Yeah.
But over the last 5 games, they held their opponents to under 100 points, which is crazy.
Yeah,
100 points or less.
Crazy in the NBA, yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that they held Charlotte, I believe, to 100 points, I think 85 to be the lowest.
Yep.
They held Philadelphia under 100 points. They're 7-3 against the spread. I'm riding with them tonight.
I like it.
They're getting it done.
And they're getting hot at the right time. You said 4-game winning streak. They're finding some chemistry.
Yep.
Damian Lillard has to play basketball now instead of going out.
He has to. And you know what? This is March. This is where teams are going to start to realize, in the East, I mean, obviously there's a little bit of a differential between the East and the West right now.
Yeah.
But this is where teams have to make that final push. Yeah. We're in March already.
We're almost, I can't believe it's already March. I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So even though Chicago's good at covering the spread, they're at home. I like Milwaukee tonight. I think they're going to get it done.
Good.
Like I said, it's not a huge spread. I think it's doable.
4 points, nothing. Yeah.
4 points. Right now you can get it, I think, -108 on FanDuel. The line has shifted a little bit.
Sweet. So. That's good. Better value. Very good.
So I have one player prop. Usually I pick a lot of player props. I like player props, but I love those 2 straight picks. But tonight I have Cade Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons over 1.5 3-pointers made. I got it for, I believe, 128 on DraftKings. I think there's some value there. I don't think it's overjuiced. The reason why I love this line is because he's hit it 100% of the last 4 games against Cleveland.
Wow.
And Cleveland is good defensively.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. He had dating back to 2022, he had 3, 2, 3, and then he had 2 on January 31st.
Nice.
He's the heart and soul of this team. He's the engine that makes this team run.
Yep.
I know Cleveland is pretty solid in perimeter defense, but without Darius Garland, if he's out tonight, they're allowing opponents to score 36% from the perimeter.
Wow.
Which isn't bad.
No, that's
solid.
Bad. That's really
So he's hit this in 4 straight games, 80% in the last 4 games. And I just love this prop.
Honestly, it's great.
He's hit it against the Bulls, the Knicks.
Cash right now. It's fantastic.
Knicks are not a defensive slouch team. Even with as many injuries as they have, the Knicks play hard.
Oh, yeah.
And he hit this against the Knicks. He hit it against the Pacers. He hit it against the Magic and the Bulls, who are also a great defensive team.
Yeah, I like it. I really like it.
I love
it. He hits it against them 4 times. Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, and what I love about this prop is he's averaging the best 3-point percentage out of any month in February. He's at 44.4%, and his shot volume is there, just like you said in hockey. Yeah. He's averaging close to 2 3-pointers a game, which is well over that line.
Yeah.
And if you look at the people that have made 3-pointers, DeMar DeRozan had 2. Practically the whole Chicago Bulls team.
Yeah, got 2 3-pointers.
But Desumnu had 4. Kyrie Irving had 5. Luka Doncic had 6. So
people are putting up some threes.
People are putting up 3-pointers against them.
I like that.
So, like I said, they're 13th against guards. I love what Cade Cunningham is doing. He's on fire the last 5 games. He's shooting 45%. I mean, he's killing it.
Nice.
The Detroit Pistons may be bad, but he's killing it.
Yeah.
And I love this prop.
Nice.
So we lock that in.
I love that. Okay.
Plus averaging 36 minutes and getting off, high shot volume. The shot volume has to be there, like you said.
Yeah.
Because if you're not shooting at a high clip, you got to shoot more.
You're not shooting, you're not scoring. Like if
you're scoring.
If you're hitting 70% of your shots or 80% of your shots over time, you're not going to hit that. Like especially for 3, I want to see volume and I want to see attempts and I want to see make the shots. I love it.
And thanks to prop.cash.
Yes.
We are partnered with props.cash. Use the code BIL to get 25% off your first month subscription. You can check all of the player props, stats, all the lines, last 5, last 10. It says that this has a 56% hit rate when he plays 33 and a half minutes. He's been playing well over that, like 36, 37.
Yeah, so I love
So I
that.
expect that to go up.
Beautiful. Okay, we've been waiting in anticipation. I've been waiting. I'm sweating in my chair. It's steamy.
Be ready.
The glasses are on.
The glasses are on. If you guys do not know, I stream on Twitch, and this is kind of my MO.
Yeah, if the glasses are on, this is business. So everyone sit back,
this is
relax.
Business when I put on the glasses.
Yes, this is business. This is a business meeting now. Let's see what we got.
All right, so are you guys ready for this extreme hot take? Which, you know what, if this hits, I don't know. Maybe I'll give the community
you know what? I think I'll do
money.
the same with my hot take. If the Ducks win, I'll just get if you're not in the Discord, we'll have a link in the chats below. Join our Discord. You know what? I think if one of our hot takes hit, we'll give something small.
We'll give something.
Maybe you have a nice coffee on us because the Anaheim Ducks or whatever the hot
nice
take
little
is.
Latte.
Nice little yeah. Well, you can go to Starbucks. You can upgrade your morning coffee after this hot take. Let's hear it. Glasses on. I'm ready.
Well, I have two. One of them isn't really a hot take, but number one, I'm talking to the Los Angeles Clippers.
Okay.
You've sold me so many times. The other day, I had Clippers money line, and I saw LeBron James with one eye open, single-handedly win that game.
He did.
And I was sweating out. I didn't even wear deodorant that night, TMI, because it was so sweaty. I'm serious. I bet on the Clippers so many times, and they sell.
They do.
So tonight they're playing the Wizards, and I know the Wizards aren't a good team, guys. I understand. Listen, I'm taking Washington Wizards to cover the 15-point spread. Heck, give me the money line.
Yep, there it is.
Give me the money line tonight. What is the money line right now? I gotta find this.
I'm gonna check.
I need to find this.
Let's see.
I believe it was 8-10. Chat, that could be a lot of coin. I'm 100% on the 15-point spread.
8-10. The spread is 15.5.
Okay, I got it at 15. I'm 100% on the spread.
Money line is 8-10.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I think I'm speaking your language here. I'm in.
Well, the spread isn't so much of a hot take, but listen, Washington is 19-10-2 on the road against the spread. They're covering this tonight. I don't trust the Clippers right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the new branding that they did with the ship.
Oh, did you see that?
I thought later.
That was horrendous, but
a lot of people like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
But listen, you know, the Wizards have lost 10 straight.
Yeah.
They're not going to be the new Pistons, right? They have to win tonight.
Yeah.
They've kept things close with the Pelicans, the Cavs, kind of Dallas. I don't know. Philly, Boston. They're covering tonight, and they're winning. They possibly are going to win tonight.
Yeah.
Clippers have lost 2 straight against the Lakers and the Kings. All right. They're 3-7 against the spread in the last 10. And I'm just not liking it. I'm not liking it. I'm pissed at the Clippers right now.
Yeah, we're fading the Clippers.
We're fading the Clippers tonight. Wizards are taking home their first win in the last 11 games.
I like it. You know what? This is
ship it.
This is how we manage the bankroll. I'm gonna put a unit on the spread. I'm
gonna put like half a unit.
I'm gonna do like a quarter.
Put your mortgage on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a quarter, half a unit on them to win. 8-10.
Why not?
Why not?
Trap game.
I like it.
I know the Wizards are I think they're coming off a back-to-back. But,
hey, listen, you gotta. Sometimes you're not gonna lose every game. You're not gonna go 0-82. You're gonna win sometime.
No, they're not going 0-11. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And they're covering that 15-point spread.
I like that. Beautiful.
But another one I like. It's not really a hot take. I just wanted to kind of point this out. Shout out to Jimmy Butler last night. I bet on him over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. The books had him at 32 and put him back down to 31. Made me pray for the loss that we had last night.
Oh.
It was a tough loss.
Oh boy.
Tough. But listen, as a Celtics fan, I hate to say this, but my hot take in the next couple of months is that Miami Heat they're going to move up in the standings. Ooh. They're going to move above the Knicks. They're going to move above the 76ers.
Ooh.
And they're 7-3 in the last 10 games. We saw what we did last night. They were way off against the Nuggets, and they came back and they proved why they belong, even with injuries.
Wow.
I was without Tyler Hero.
Yeah, it's actually a good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're going to go above the 76ers, the Magic, Pacers, and the Knicks.
I like
That's
that.
my prediction for the Heat.
I
They're going to
love
move on up.
I love it.
And you know why I like that?
Why?
You want to know their schedule the next month?
Is it a cakewalk? Is it?
It's kind of a cakewalk. They play the Pistons 3 times.
Okay.
They play the Wizards, Portland, Houston, Atlanta, and sorry, Looch, but Toronto twice, which
they stink.
I think the series is split 1-1.
Yeah, they at the end of the season they're going to try to tank anyway. So yeah, wow, that's actually really favorable.
Yeah, I like that take.
Wow.
I don't know what the odds are on that, but Miami's moving up in the Eastern Conference standings. Hook it, ship it, book it, whatever you got to do, put it here.
I like that. Wow. That's it. You know what? In hockey, they have something. It's called the monthly special. You could bet the highest point total of the month.
I love that.
I wonder if you could do it for the NBA. I got to look into that. Like most amount of wins in the month of March.
Miami we can come. I really would like to see the odds because, the 76ers are falling.
Yeah.
The Knicks are, they're struggling. They have injuries.
Wow. You know what? I'm going to look for that.
They're not going to be above the Bucks, but I can see them, going over Orlando, maybe the Pacers, 76ers, maybe even the Knicks if they don't get Anunoby and Julius Randle back.
That's true. They've been injured. I was just looking at their injuries right now, actually.
Because I'll be telling you, the Knicks were sorry the way they played against the Pelicans the other night. Zion Williamson could not be stopped in the paint.
Yeah.
And Brandon Ingram was just hitting every mid-range shot on the planet.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
That's my hot take for today.
I love it. 2 spicy hot takes.
Love it.
Beautiful. Let's do this now. All right.
Love it. Love it.
We are now going to talk about our community parlay that we hit.
Oh my God, that was wild.
But
let me open that up.
Yeah. Before we get started on our community lay, before we get started on our community lay, we're going to talk about the Juice Reel app, and we are going to let our introduction of our Juice Reel ad. Tell me what you guys think.
Listen to this, guys. It's fantastic.
The sports bettor's best friend. That's what people are calling the new Juice Reels app. Juice Reels is a free app that teaches you how to bet smarter by syncing your data from over 300 plus sports books. Browse the best lines, props, and futures, and even break down your bet success by team, sport, and sportsbook. The My Bets tab shows you how your bets are performing in real time, based on what's happening in the game, updating with every play. In the Performance tab, you have access to statistics on all of your past performances and closed bets, whether it be day, month, year, or all time. In the Arbitrage page, Juice Reels gives you guaranteed to win betting opportunities. This happens when sportsbooks offer different odds on the same bet. And with Juice Reels, you have access to the Arbitrage Juicer feature, which will give you real-time notifications when arbitrage opportunities pop up. Use Juice Reels to compare the lines and confidently decide which bet is best for you. And with their Bet Tracker analytics, you'll know which strategy is more likely to work for you, allowing you to make the smartest bets. Find out why people are calling Juice Reels the sports bettor's best friend and download the free Juice Reels app today, available on Apple and Android.
All right. Well, that is Juice Reel. We are partnered with them, your best friend for sports betting. Such an incredible app. Love that app. So make sure you guys download it. Use our link, whatever. Get on Juice Reel. It's an incredible way to make smarter, better decisions, data-driven decisions. And like we've said before, Luch, you can actually tail people by using your juice points, and you can actually see their ROI and profit that they're making instead of just tailing somebody on X or Twitter and not really knowing what their ROI is or really what their unit size is or even their profitability. So. I think you're muted. I'm not sure.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, my
Could
bad.
be me.
My bad.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Rookie mistake. I use it all the time. Incredible app. Our community used it. And let's talk about our community parlay that we hit as a community. We used the app. We got our
thanks
best
to Juice Reel, we made a lot of these picks.
We did.
And we hit.
Let me pull this up here. Let's see.
It was a 1, 2, 3, 4. It was a 6-leg community parlay that we cooked up in Discord. And listen, chat, if you are not in our Discord, make sure you join the link in our bio. It's free to join. We've been cooking up. We've been winning together. And this is a prime example how the community has been working together to win. And, you know, I only put $5 on this and got a $55 payout. Me too. But that's $55 more dollars in my pocket.
Exactly.
You know.
Incredible. Let me pull it up here.
I think the odds, I had a DraftKings boost. It was plus 1263.
Yep.
I believe it was plus 8 something. I mean, that's nothing to sniff at. That's 6 whole picks that you and I and the community, we came up with together.
Yeah.
And it was Aaron Gordon. And this was the other night. It was Aaron Gordon over 11.5 points. He had 17.
Yep.
Minnesota Timberwolves over the Memphis Grizzlies, minus 7.5. That was too close for comfort, but they got it.
They clutched out in the fourth. Yep.
Oh my gosh. This one was so sweaty. Anthony Davis under 15.5 rebounds. I was sweating. He got 12.
Yeah.
I was sweating, like just sweating.
Yeah, I can't even
describe it.
That was crazy.
This was one of my picks. Scotty Barnes over 0.5 steals. He had 3.
Yeah,
he cleared that.
Yeah, easy clear.
Pacers money line over the Pelicans. I love that. They ended up winning 123 to 114.
Yep.
And then thanks to Chris in our Discord, LeBron James over 1.5 3-pointers made for plus 100.
He hit 7.
I would have never have picked that.
Yeah, he hit 7.
He hit 7.
He quadrupled the line. He went crazy, and we made about $50. If you put 5 on it, $50.
$50.
A community play. We use the app. We use all the brains in the Discord. We combined it together to make a winner.
And the good thing about the Juice Reel app is it shows your value in real time.
I know.
As the game is going on.
I know.
So you can see how much you're making, how much you're losing. So thanks to Juice Reel, thanks to Props Cash, we literally just cooked up together, and that's kind of what we do here is we teach people, we work together.
Yeah.
You know, we want to be leaders in the industry, but working together is really how you make money.
Exactly.
So make sure you guys join that Discord. We'll be cooking up every day, doing little stuff like that, little community challenges. So
love it.
So before we get into our next episode, make sure you follow us on Ballislife bets on everything. Also follow Ballislife as well on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything like that. Our Props.Cash partnership, use the code BIL for 25% off your first month subscription. If you have Prize Picks, use the code LIFE, and make sure to download the Juice Reel app. We will be back for episode 7 next week, which I believe we're going to have a lot of breaking news there. I think LeBron's going to make it. I think Caitlin Clark is going to make hers. Yeah. So
I think so.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening today. It was a fantastic episode.
Absolutely. And good luck tonight. Let's hit our picks and see you in Discord.
See ya.
All right. See you guys.